All right, I haven't been recording really at all today, guys. Been working away. We got plenty to do, cars to tune, and Anthony's gonna kill me if I don't record this. So this car's been on the dyno, been working through new build issues. We had a boost control issue going into the day, and we had a couple other small issues I had to take care of. So we already took care of all those, and now it's been on the dyno, making great power. Guys, this thing is a ripper. For 25 PSI on a 6466 on pump gas, making 485 wheel on the Mustang. I mean, that is insane. I've never seen that. I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna go ahead and do another poll. Anthony says he wants 500 on the Mustang on pump gas. So we're gonna turn it up a bit. I set my target up from 25 pounds to 28 pounds. We're gonna see if the car will take it, and we'll see how happy it is, and we can crack that 500 number. So I'm gonna set you guys up. We're gonna jump right into the day. I know it's another tuning video. I know some of you are probably getting bored, but that's what we're doing around here, and that's what we're gonna see. See if it came up on boost there, if it actually hit our target. But 495, 490 or 445 torque. I don't have the wideband hooked up through the dyno today. We actually had an issue with the wideband, if you have seen it on the Civic video. So this car, I am running it one of our gauges on the inside of the car. So let's take a look here, see how our boost curve looks. So we got a little bit here. Up at the peak there, 27, and then in the middle we're still at our 25. So I'm gonna have to correct this right here when it's coming in. What's it coming in at? Come on, you damn thing. 26, it came in and then it fell. So I'm gonna fix that where it's kind of drooping down, and I'm gonna up the wastegate duty, and we should be able to crack 500, which, I mean, 500 on this dyno is no joke, as you guys already know, heard me talk about in the past. Wow, super excited about this, guys. So let's go ahead, we'll make some adjustments, and we're gonna go for another pull. Well, that's going to end it out here for Anthony's car. Usually you guys know I'm not a number letdown person. I definitely can make 500 wheel with this car. The problem I ran into is that we ran out of physical gas in the tank because I was planning on going over to E85. So we're going to have to revisit this another day, and then I can put some more fuel in the car and we can try to hit that 500 number if he still wants me to. 495 is close. I was at 27 PSI, and I know there's more in it, guys, but at the end of the day, happy where the car is. I'm gonna get this thing unloaded, and we have another car to get pulled on the dyno. So let me get this thing all in the strap and I'll show you what we're working with. So here we have it, guys. This is Eric's car. I brought it up from Utah and I'm super excited to be working with him on his car. He came all the way up, drove this thing up for about, I think he said 12 hours, and then he flew home. We've had the car for no time at all, and he's flying back in and then driving the car home. What did we do to it? That's probably what you're asking. So we did one of our Stage X closed deck blocks in this car, rated for 1,000+ wheel. Obviously, this car has some more things it's going to need to get before it. Now, when I say there's going to be quite a bit of things this thing's going to need to make it, obviously the power that the block can. One of them being we have a smaller turbocharger on the car. We have a Precision 6062 on it. Great turbo, comes on fast, but obviously we're going to end up maxing that out. And that is what he told me to do. So you guys are going to get to see where we can go with a 6062 and how much power can we get out of it. Now, this car we previously e-tuned on his last setup, which was a standard semi-closed block. I don't know who built the block. There's a forged piston rod block, ARP 625s, and we only tuned it on pump gas. He is from Utah. They don't have the best fuel. He only has 91 octane. So I was just e-tuning the car with him. Everything went well. I think on 22 pounds, this thing made it was 430 to 450 in that region, I believe. I'd have to take a look back to see what it made exactly. But he brought it here. We did the motor in it. I haven't changed the tune at all. Broke it in on the same tune. Car runs phenomenal. Awesome driver. Been driving this thing, putting miles on it. We got about 300 miles of break-in on it right now. I would like to probably have another couple hundred more, but we're just running out of time. So we're going to get this thing on the dyno. One thing is this car does have a bit smaller fuel system. Not so much the actual system, but the fuel pumps. We have a set of 2 AEM 340s in this car, and it does have dash 8 feed, dash 6 return, and a radium hanger. But as I've seen in the past, working with Smedia on his Blobeye when we were tuning it, we ended up running out of fuel system at 28 psi on the same turbo, 6062. Car made 640 or 650, I believe it was, 28 psi, and we're capped. So I know we're gonna have to switch the pumps. We have 2 Walbro 450s that I can put in here. Right now, what I wanna do is just put it on the dyno, get a baseline, make sure everything's going good, make sure we don't have any problems we gotta sort out, and then I'll end up switching those pumps out because we need to. We're gonna need more. So this does have a set of FIC 1650s per my recommendation. Awesome injector, car drives awesome, super happy of them. That's gonna be another limiting factor though. Usually right around the 630 to 650 wheel on this Mustang dyno is when we start to see FIC 1650s and ID 1700s start to run out. So that's going to be another limiting factor that he has talked to me about doing in the future, but he likes to run this thing on pump gas. And I told him for an all-around daily driver car that this is, I would recommend a 1650 over an FIC 2150 or a 2600 ID on pump gas. So that gives you the rundown of the car. I'm going to get everything set up, get this thing ready to do some polls, and we're going to see what the baseline is together. And then from there, I can go ahead and get those pumps switched out. And all right, we're all set, ready to go. Let's go ahead and see what our virtual dyno versus the dyno shows. A little bit skewed because we do have one of our engines in it, and we pulled the car apart and put it back together. So everything should be working the same way as it was. So let's go ahead and see what this does. Car is pretty rich. I saw on the wideband it was like 9.8, 10.2, really rich. So whether the engine's being more efficient now or what's going on, I'm not sure. But then again, we just put a new motor in the car. Take a look at this though, 428 and 388 on the good old Mustang. So that's pretty good. That's pretty close to what I said it had made before. So I'm pretty happy of that. Let's go ahead and take a look here. I didn't complete the whole run because it was pretty rich, guys. So that's why you're seeing the graph look a little weird right there. I just need to do that. So we were on 21 coming in. Tapering, that's 21, 20.3, 20 up at red line. So, not bad. 20 pounds of boost, 430. Yeah, a 91 octane timing. Pretty happy with that. So, looking at this, I'm going to look at injector duty cycle, and then I need to look at wastegate duty. We're doing really good on wastegate duty, so I'm kind of tempted to run with the 3-port that's on the car, because we're only at 30% duty cycle on the wastegate. So, tempted to run with it and see where we could go, but then is that going to bite us in the ass later? Probably. So, gonna make that decision right now. Let me go ahead and look over the data, see what we can come up with, and we'll go from there. So why this map is flashing here? Correction. After looking at the data, the car wasn't rich through the whole pole. It looked good. It was just going into it. So obviously that raises a red flag. Why is it so rich going into it? I saw like 9.6. Went back, looked at the log, and for whatever reason why, ABCS had not synced with the car. So I'm going to go ahead and reflash the map here. Only thing I did was just drop the idle down. I had it a little bit higher, so I just dropped the idle down, and that's it. I'm just going to flash the map, and then we're going to let ABCS sync, make sure everything's good there. That should clean up our air fuel going into power. In power, the car was right around 11.2, 11.4, going through most of the... Sorry guys, I'm dealing with a very mad camera that is very full on storage. So 11.2, 11.4 through most of the power band, everything looked good there. So just to make everything fair, I'm gonna let ABCS sync, make sure everything's good there. We're gonna do another poll, see what it makes. I'm gonna pull up what it made on the virtual dial, and we'll compare just to show you guys. Always transparent, as always with you. So just to see in comparison. So I'm curious myself. This is a good example. Kind of wish I would have done that before we pulled the engine out and put our motor in it, just in case, you know, that changed any variable, whether the old motor had less compression or more compression or was tired or not. We don't know. So this is a little bit of a different variable because we did pull the engine, put a different one in, but it is the same tune. So let me fire this thing up, let this sync, and then from there we will test and see what she does. All right, let's turn these fans on, do another one. Looks like everything is good to go. ABCS is synced. So let's see how this goes this time. So just wrapping up that pull, guys. Car made 424 and 384, but a much cleaner graph than the one prior. So happy with that. That'll be our baseline. Now I need to go ahead and do some work with the car. Really hesitant to pull those damn pumps out. I might check with him first because, like I said, he's got to pick this thing up tomorrow. He's flying in and driving it home. So I'm going to ask him if he wants me to still try to mess with the fuel pumps or not, because I'm worried that if I pull them out and the Hainer does not accept the dual Walbro 450s, that then we run into a problem. Then we have a car that's apart. So that's not what I want. So I think I'm going to reach out to him, see what he says, and then if anything, we'll just go ahead, tune it the way it is, and hopefully we have enough fuel system to where he's happy. So let me reach out to him real quick. All right. Per Eric's request, he told me to go ahead, pull the Hainer, see if there was a difference, and there was. So luckily I had the Hainer for our FAWX, and I went ahead and swapped him out, and he's just gonna get me the part, so that way he can take this thing home done. So I got the fuel Hainer in, 2 Walbro 450s, I got the 4-port boost controller on. I figured I'm already there. Let's just go ahead and get it done with, then we don't have to question it later. So everything is on. I'm gonna go ahead and start tuning this thing. I'm not gonna change it much on pump gas just because we only have 92 octane here, and it's gonna be really hard for me to justify where I could go with that with his 91 octane. So I'm gonna leave it pretty much where it is. I'm just gonna clean up the fuel map, clean up the boost, get the boost set with the 4-port on it, and then from there we're gonna switch over to our ethanol fuel and start doing the flex fuel tune. So I'm gonna get all set up, get going on this thing. I'm freaking cold because I've been out in the shop working. So I'm gonna get going and I will keep you guys updated as we go. All right guys, after some tuning, I didn't show you a pole, unfortunately. It's getting pretty late. I got a hungry wife in the car and I'm really hungry, and been on the dyno since 10 a.m. and it is 10 p.m. So it's been a long day. Here we are, 420, 374. Dyno's having a weird issue today syncing with RPM. So I was revving it out further than that. I was revving it out almost to 8. But you can see the graph just isn't following it, and that's kind of why it has that little loop-de-doo there. So I think I just need to restart it, or it's cold from today, I'm not sure. But 420 and 374, yes, that is a little bit less than what you saw it make earlier. It is on less boost. It's on 20 pounds right now. Just to make sure I'm safe on 91 octane when he takes this thing back home. I told him worst case, when he gets back there and has that fuel in it, we can always turn this thing up, and it's easy for me to E-tune and adjust. So I'm going to end it out there. I'm going to take this thing off the dyno, put some more pump gas in it, and I'm going to clean up all the drivability of it because it's a little bit hard on the dyno with just these fans here. I noticed the cars tend to get warm, so that is something I'm going to have to look into in the future, and I think that nothing compares to the road no matter what. So I'm going to make sure this thing is as dialed as I can for him, but we're going to go grab some food, rearrange some cars, and I won't see you guys till the morning. So see you then. All right, good morning guys, we're back at it again. Your boy is definitely tired. Didn't end up getting the bed until about 2:30 last night, so I can make sure you guys had a video this morning because we've been lagging, we've been behind, and I've been trying to keep up with everything. So we are back in Eric's car this morning. As you guys saw, we were working with the pump gas last night. Today we're on E85. He is going to be picking the car up today. And I decided to take the car home last night just to go over drivability on pump gas. Everything was beautiful. Car drove amazing. I did end up doing a 4th gear data log poll for you guys on the virtual dyno to compare it to the Mustang. So that way we have a back-to-back scenario. It was done last night. So if you take a look here, we can switch the camera around. Hopefully we'll be able to focus on this, but the car made 478 and 402. That is on 20 psi on 91 octane fuel with the 6062. On the Mustang we made 420, and as you guys know, we have a 13% correction. I can't talk today. To go to DynoJet, and with that 13%, that puts us at 474 on the Mustang. So we're within 4 horsepower. I think that makes this pretty comparable, guys. So definitely happy of that. Happy of the results. I did take a look back, and the car made 460 as like 458 on the previous E-tune. So picked up a little bit of horsepower, less boost than what we were at before. Called it there. We've been working on the E85 map this morning. I've already cheated you guys out of a couple pulls. I apologize. The last pull was 28 pounds, and it looked like it tapered to 26 by redline. As you can see, my boost graph here going down. So taking a look here, here is the graph. This is it tapering that boost down. Is probably what that ends up being, that dip right there. Car made 535 and 512 wheel. That is on 28 pounds with the taper to 26 on the 6062. So that definitely is making some jam, guys. This has dual wobble 450s, as you already know, and it has a hob switch. Not a huge fan on hob switches. You just never know the damn fuel pump's turning on. I don't like it. I'm already at 95% injector duty cycle, and I'm kind of questioning that second pump. But right now we're at 604 with that 13% correction. I think 604 wheel for this 6062. I mean, we're getting pretty close, probably to where it's going to end up wanting to be anyway. So I'm going to change the pole here. I upped our target to 32 psi, added some wastegate duty into it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens of our injector duty cycle. This car does have a set of FIC 1650s in it. Now, although I'd like to see those things be able to go out to 720 on DynoJet. Mustang usually right around 600 to 650 is when those things start maxing out. So we'll kind of see. We're about 100 wheel off right now of that realm, and we're already pretty high in injector duty cycle. So we might end up having to run a hardwire, relay that pump, and just force it to be on. So like, we'll see what happens, guys. I'm gonna go ahead, try another pull here, and we'll see what it does. All right, guys, wrapping up that pole. Definitely looked like boost followed a lot better on that one, and we made some great power. 552, 527 torque. Like I said, the target was at 32 psi. Whether it hit that or not, I'm not sure yet. I haven't looked. So let's take a look together. Let's see how clean was our grass. So you can see it's still dipping down. The dyno's all pissed because it did not go all the way out to the end. So you can see we're definitely diving down up top to 26.7, and we're starting out at 30.2, middle range 29.5, 28 right there, and then it's diving down. Now this on the end could definitely be very well to 60-62. Just starting to be maxed out, guys. I think this turbo is rated for 600 or 650, and I know that we're already getting close to that. So I'm gonna add some more wastegate duty in it. We're gonna see if we can bump that up in the back half, and if it comes up, then we know we've got more. If it doesn't, then we know we're starting to either maximize our turbo, or the back housing on it would need to be a little bit larger to carry that out. But I mean, the graph is beautiful, guys. Definitely, it comes up nice, holds it. Yes, you see a little bit of taper going the red line, but in the end, really happy of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this thing cool down, look over the data, and make the decision of what to do next. Guys, I'm gonna try to do this pole inside the car for you guys, so you can get to see what I'm seeing here. Let's go ahead, and I'm just gonna start my data log now. That way I don't have to deal with that when we're rolling. Traction control is off. Let's get up to speed. Get up to our test gear, which is 4th gear. This has an STI transmission in it. Otherwise, we'd be doing it in 3rd gear if this was a 5-speed. Let's go ahead and see if our wastegate duty being added helps us. And here we go, boys. Alright, let's take a look here. We made, this thing will focus for you, 561 and 520 torque. My assumptions are getting correct. I think that we may run into a problem of not having enough turbo, as you guys are crooked there. Here's our graph, guys. Very nice, very beautiful. Still definitely tipping up top. So let's see if that wastegate duty did anything for our boost up top. I added quite a bit. Oh yeah, it definitely better up until the last bit right there. Damn, still fucking tanking. Now when I say tanking, we're at 30 holding, and then it drops to 26.5, 26.2 by 7,800. So damn. Oh damn, what's up, dude?
What's up?
What's up, boy? I think we're maxing out at 62 right now. I don't think there's too much more left in this thing.
It sounded pretty spicy outside.
That was a pretty spicy unit there. We sent the tack right off the cluster. Revved her all the way out. So I'm gonna look at the data here. Obviously you guys already know. We got our boy Chester.
How's it going, guys?
I'm sure you guys don't know what's going on, why he's up here, but
top secret for now, right?
Top secret. You guys will find out here real soon. You know,
everyone's already asking.
Oh yeah.
What's going on? I'm like,
we don't tell.
280s.
280s. I think that's 280s. What? I don't know. I forget what cams are in this thing. I'm pretty sure they're the 199Cs.
They're probably outflowing the turbo for sure, though.
Yeah, 100%. This thing, guys, we maxed the turbo out. I mean, honestly, we did. It's still going up as a precision turbo will. It won't stop. You can just keep raising the boost, but they're always going to taper at the top when you start maxing out the turbine housing on the turbo. So we have maxed this turbo out. It did respawn. I got it to hit 32 psi. You can see here, like I said, keep in mind the graph is really zoomed in. So right here on the initial hit, it's 32, and then it falls down to 31.6 right there. So a 0.4, and you can see how much this shows the dip there, but honestly, you're never going to feel 0.4 pounds. But we're holding 32, and then right at about 6,700, we're falling down to 28 by red line. But we did make 574 and 545, and that's quite a bit of power for this thing. Look at the graph. It's pretty beautiful. Pretty happy about that. I don't really want to keep turning this thing up anymore because I already know what it's doing. And I mean, we're tapering the boost. I know that we're way past that exhaust wheel and that turbo, and when you start doing that, we start getting added back pressure, and you get added back pressure, added wear on the engine, and you guys already know. So I think I'm going to call it here. I think that's plenty for it. 574. Talking about our injector duty cycle before and the other pump, it has to be kicking on, guys, because there's no way that a single wallbore 450 will make this power. And taking a look back at it, it started responding better and better. Air fuel is still rich. I could probably lean it out a bit. At 7,500, we're at 11.1, so definitely could lean it out there. The rest of the pole was pretty much 11.6 to 11.8 in that region, so not bad. Everything looks very clean. I like the timing curve. Ooh, very nice. Nice, solid.
Really nice.
So Eric doesn't land till 12:40. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave old girl on the dial here, and I'm going to let him make the decision of what he wants me to do. I'm going to go if he's probably going to agree with what I'm saying. Injector duty cycle, for those that were curious, we're at 98%, 97%, being at that 11.2 to 11.6 range. We could definitely lean it out. You know, E85, you can go as lean as 12.5, but usually I tend to run customer cars around 11.8, 11.6, 11.8 in that region. Just a little bit of added safety, you know. But I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, I'm happy with the graph. The graph looks beautiful. Very nice. Very happy. Drivability is good. The same as a certified ripper. What do you think?
Yeah, should be great on the streets.
You excited for more power or what?
In this car?
And yours?
In mine?
Chester wants to see double that on here. One day, right?
Yeah.
I don't know of any car, I don't think any four-cylinder will ever make double that on this dyno, ever. 1100 wheel Mustang, good luck.
You'd be surprised.
Enough nitrous
Hey,
will fix anything.
if people could make 2,000 on an SR20, we could do it with the EJ.
2000 on B series, dog.
Or
We'll
even
be
that.
Honda boy. That's it, we're B
I haven't
swapping.
seen 2K on a B series yet.
No?
No, I don't think
1800?
so. I think 16.
I don't know. What is Speed Factory's car? I don't know.
1600.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was claimed was higher.
I mean, obviously,
I don't know.
they probably made more before.
Numbers are numbers, boys. Well, I'm going to force Eric to come on camera later, and he'll tell us what he wants to do. Other than that, the car's dialed. She is tits. So I'm going to start cleaning the shop up. I got a lot to do. I got to get Chester set up. While he's getting set up too and working, I'm going to ask him for some help to move some cars, because I finally have some help here. I'm going to start getting the dyno shop cleared out, because I need to start finishing the shop. So I'm going to get these cars out, get everything in line for next week to work. And then next week is going to be exciting, because we're going to be starting on Devon's launch edition. I was really hoping to get to it this week, but unfortunately Josh caught my cold, so he's been out all week. So it's been just me, and unfortunately I can only do so much. So I'm going to be getting on to Devon's car next week. That'll be a 6466 ETS rotated kit car. You guys will get to see that. And we have another head gasket job needs to get done for next week, along with some motor builds. Those of you that ordered motors, thank you for your patience. I've been waiting on Outfront, and obviously with our holidays, and then along with some parts being back ordered, we finally are getting ready to get those shipped out to me. A lot of our blocks are coming to us next week, so if you guys placed an order, I'll be getting those soon. You guys will be getting all your short blocks, so we're getting our freight shipment then. So you guys know, I always try to add that in. I know it's kind of just thrown into this video, but those of you that are watching that have ordered a block will now know. And then other than that, we're staying on track. There's a lot of builds to come, a lot of power to come. I'm super excited for one car in particular up here. Oh, don't forget about Michael. We'll come over to him, but Royce's car. I'm excited for Royce's car. Royce is doing a Stage X build, and I know he is looking at doing a nice turbo kit to try to make that 1,000 wheel. So stay tuned for that. I'll get you guys back up to date here when Eric gets into town. Some of you guys will remember Chester's 2019 STI we tuned, 6466 105 housing car, and she is back because he wants more power, boys. So he's firing it up right now. This thing, guys, I think if you've seen, made 812 wheel on our virtual dyno. Stock motor, untouched long block, 52 PSI on the 6466. And he decided that's not enough. So he's back for a bigger turbo kit, and we're gonna send it to the moon. Stock motor, boys. He does not care. Literally doesn't care what happens. So here we are, boys. Just so you see that she still runs. This is even on a cold start E85. Just fired it up, pulling her in. Here she comes. Oh yeah. Something about the black, boys. He is ready for the sauce. I mean, I don't know how much more sauce you can get. 52 pounds. Stock motor, boys. Oh, look at this thing. Woo! Bam. Shoosh.
Still alive.
Still alive.
I was wondering.
Everybody that's wondering, pop the hood. For all the doubters. There you go, boys. Bam. Ready for more power.
Yep. Bye-bye.
I know, that's the Honda's new
let's
turbo.
Just say it's a lot bigger than a 6870. That's what we're going for.
A lot bigger. Whew, I can't wait.
Yep.
So excited. You know, Chester is a very bad influence here. Honda boy, doing the burnout. One tire fire.
One tire fire.
One tire fire. I wanted 2 marks, damn it. Our tire's still smoking. Woo, buddy. You're gonna have to do a rotation. Oh, damn it. Why couldn't we have 2 tires? Oh, I forgot. We got to back up and then go. Remember the old days?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what we got to do.
Just do it.
All right.
Pop in reverse.
Round 2, boys. All right, I'm pretty sure that we got our stickers off the tires now.
Yep.
At least we got a 2 tire fryer on that one. The good old reverse locked the open diff trick. Knocked it out of the park. Look at that baby. Yeah, boy. 2 tire fire instead of a little gay 1 tire fire. Still, pretty good ripper for these Falcon tires. Holding limiter. Just wait for the 3rd gear peelies though, coming soon.
I was hoping some gears would strip.
Thanks, you dick. Everybody's gonna yell at me because it's the original trans of the car.
Yeah, exactly.
Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living life up in the fast lane. Life, though you lemons, you just put them in Coronas. Coronas, Coronas. I've been working, I need that advance with the bonus. The bonus, the bonus. Ain't no thoughts about tomorrow, I'm just living in the moment. The moment, the moment. Full tank of gas and 200 on the dash. Bitch, I'm zoning, I'm zoning, I'm zoning. Fast lane. Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. Life up in the fast lane, fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living